Okay, so apparently you're not a real author if you don't film yourself making coffee before doing anything else. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. For those of you that are new around here, my name is Hannah and I'm an author from the southeast of England. My first novel, number 47, came out last summer and is available on Amazon. It's actually totally free at the minute. If you've got a Kindle, it is free until Sunday, which is the 7th of April. So if you fancy giving it a go, yeah, go get it now and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. So this week's video is all about Trello. I use Trello a lot at work, so I do some project management-y stuff. We're really big on using sort of modern sort of software at work and programs and things, so Trello is used quite widely. And I thought that I would try and use it in my personal life a bit more, because I do find it really helps organise me. I did start using it last year actually, so kind of a couple of months before number 47 came out, so kind of May last year. Started using it to organise the marketing for number 47. This time around, however, I wanted to give a go at using Trello for outlining. So if you haven't seen Brittany Wang's videos on how to use Trello and productivity tips in general, you should definitely check them out, and I will link them down below because they're really, really good videos and her tips are really sound. Again, it's loads of stuff that you do at work and you just don't really know, you don't think about bringing it into your personal life, but it genuinely it does help. It makes a massive difference. So basically in this video I will go over how to make a board. It's really quick and easy, and then I'll go over the two boards I have created. I've got one kind of like a to-do style, which is the traditional use of Trello, and then one for outlining, which I've basically learned from Brittany and then have done for myself. Alright, so this is Trello. It's really user-friendly, super easy to use. What I'm just going to do before showing you the boards that I've got for my own projects, I'm just going to show you how to start one. So where I've already got boards, it's going to look slightly different, but if you go into boards on the top left, you can create new board. I've got this test because I don't need one. I don't need another one, but that's fine. And then you basically just start with, oh, that's nice succulent background. Yeah, kind of random. So a normal Trello board, people normally use it for what we call Kanban. So it's just like an organised way of sort of working out your to-do. So most people have 3 lists. So you have to-do, doing, done. Some people might have sort of a longer term done. So the one I use for work, actually, I have to do, doing, and done, and then I have sort of a done in this quarter kind of thing. So like maybe you can have a done in April, so you can keep a longer list, but not get too bogged down in it, because the list can get really long and then you have to archive it and you kind of lose it and it's kind of pointless. So what you do is just have a, in your to-do list, you can have lots of different things. Do this, do that, and then when you're doing it, you literally just pick it up and move it over. I know the point of Kanban is to only have one thing in doing so that you're concentrating on that one thing, but my brain doesn't work that way, so I would probably have like a few things. Yeah, and then when you're working on it, you leave it in doing, and then when you've done it, you drag it over to done. And it's really, really simple. There are different things you can do on Trello boards, but when it boils down to it, this is it in its simplest form. So yeah. So the boards I have, if you go up to the top left, you can obviously click back on boards, and then you've got your starred boards. So these are the ones I use the most. So the first one I have is this one, which is the master plan, because I couldn't think of a better name for it. And I've split this one out slightly differently. So though it still works on the kind of Kanban theory of to do, doing, done, I've split the to do into kind of different themes, I suppose. So I've got my kind of social to do, which is obviously all like YouTube videos, Instagram posts, Facebook, that kind of thing. Then I've got the website to do. This is a pretty big thing for me right now, so I'm looking at completely redesigning my website, like newsletter and all that kind of things. I need to learn more about that, so that's a really big thing on my to do. And then personal, let's hide that. Yeah, so my personal, you can have that there if you want to. And then I've got one for One Road In. So it's just like a really, really brief overview of One Road In. And then your done list. So when you've done something, you just pick it up and move it over. So say, oh, I've done that. I genuinely have done that. So I can move that over into done. That's really simple. Something else that I've done on this particular list is the colour coding. So it's just labels. So if I've got one down here, so this one, for instance, no worries, Mum, I've already done this. So you can click on it and then you can edit labels. And then if it sits in one of these, you basically just colour code it. It doesn't, but that doesn't really matter. But if it did, it would show up with the colour. And then when you go up to your show menu and search cards, you can search by the label. So if I wanted to just see stuff that was for YouTube only, then it would just essentially be this column. Or if I just wanted to see things that were for marketing the book for number 47 only, it's really, really simple to use and just search through. You can do more complicated things on this. You can add images, lots of different things. You can put due dates, which I quite like doing. So yeah, if you add the due date and then once you hit the due date, you just tick it and then it's completed and then you move it over when you're ready to be done with it. Yeah, the only thing with this one is obviously it doesn't kind of highlight which things you're working on, so it's kind of to do and done rather than doing, but I don't mind that. I'd rather see it in kind of like split out into themes of what I need to do. And the other board I have, so if you go back into the top left, then you've got your starred boards. I have a board especially for One Road In. So this is pretty much just based on Brittany's kind of method for laying out your novel. I did already have it kind of in this format, but in a Google Doc, and it is so ugly. It's much nicer having it like this because you can move stuff around. You can change things however you want. The thing with this one is obviously you're not going to move things when they're done, if that makes sense. So I'm planning on using the colour coding for when I've done stuff. So I'm going to have maybe red for first draft because it's going to be a mess, and then amber for second or third, and then green for finalised. But I'm definitely not at that stage yet, but that's just an idea. Something I've done on this board which is different is you've got the images along the top. They are completely pointless, but they look nice. And they kind of fit in the theme of my novel, so I quite liked having them there. And then I've just split the cards down. So you've got Act 1 as a card, Act 2 Part 1, Act 2 Part 2, Act 3 Character Profiles, and then World Building. And then I might add some more, but I'm not really sure yet. And then each one of these is split down into the beats from the Save the Cat book, which everyone recommends, and I do too because it's really good. And basically, my plan is to split each of these out into the chapters. So prologue is the only one I've done so far, and you can add little comments in. So if you click into the prologue, then you can see there's a little bit of a breakdown of what I'm going to have in that prologue. And then I'm planning on having that basically in every one of these for each chapter, so that I'm really rigorously planning what I'm doing. Yeah, so that is basically it. Oh, and then at the end you've got a whole list for character profiles. So these are the main characters. And I think I might have a separate one entirely for the villain because it's more of a monster rather than a straight up villain, so there'll be a lot more to think about. And then the same again for the world building, but it's really flexible, so you can add as many lists as you want. Like this will literally keep scrolling for days if you want it to. Yeah, and you can add the themes in again if you want to, so you can add in the labels, but I haven't done that because I didn't want them on this one. And also if you do go for the paid version of Trello, you can add power-ups and things. I haven't done that, but I am thinking about it. So it'd be more useful probably on this one because you can add things like your calendar in, or some more like project management-y stuff. So it all ties together. But I don't really think it's necessary, to be totally honest. Not for what I'm using it for. So yeah, that is Trello. So that was Trello, really simple but really effective. I really hope you did enjoy this video or that you found it useful. If you're going to try Trello out and you need a hand, send me a message. More than happy to help, really used to using it, and I think it's really great for personal life stuff as well as work, so definitely give it a go. As you saw on the first board that I've made, one of my major to-do lists is to sort out my website. So I'm going to be rebuilding my website, basically kind of refreshing everything. So I don't want to rebrand because I'm quite happy with that side of it, but I might just refresh things and just make them a bit more modern and a bit cleaner. But one of the major things I want to do is start up a newsletter. So I've already got an idea of what that newsletter will look like. It will have more tips and tricks on things I do to help me write at home. So it might be about different apps, so Trello again, maybe Hemingway if anyone's used that, really good app, could definitely do a video on that. But it'll be exclusive content in the newsletter, tips and tricks on your writing. I'm hoping it will also have a short story every month. And yeah, any other stuff that I can think of, some exclusive things to hopefully make you guys want to sign up. So I'll leave the link in the description below if you do fancy signing up to my newsletter. The first one will be sent in the middle of April. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. See you later. Bye.